All right. Those are our game balls. Let's jump into tomorrow's action. And look, I Saturday, between today and tomorrow and Sunday, the amount of awesome rivalry games. And I know some of them are like drama. Whether it's Duke Carolina, we get on Saturday, but we also get a bunch of great rivalry games, and then you get like Calipari back in Kentucky, which I know Arkansas Kentucky is not like a rivalry game, but it kind of counts as a rivalry game for this particular matchup, which happens on Saturday. Yale is at Princeton. This is a rivalry game. At game. For a first place on the line, Jadwin Gymnasium. Yale is laying 2.5. The over under at 147. And I am on these Princeton Tigers. Lock it up. Play that money line plus 130. I think this is going to be lit, by the way. I think this will be lit. Yeah.
5 o'clock, right to start the weekend. Love Princeton here. They lost their last home game, had a week off, a rare home game. And I think that they're going to get it done here and even this up. So give me Xavier Lee and company to get this done. Let's go Princeton.
Double lock. Do we have a triple lock, Bieniek?
I'm checking something. And yeah, what I've checked is what I'm going to bet here. I'm going to lock battle you guys.
Woo! Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's go. We got a battle in Princeton. Mack, Dundee on the Tigers. Bieniek on the Dogs.
Yale is 11-3 straight up in the last 14 meetings between these two teams. I think they've got more depth than Princeton. Princeton's got a couple of stars in Xavier Lee and Caden Pierce. But I think Yale typically runs this rivalry, and it has in the last half decade here. And I think James Jones has Henderson's number. So I'm going to go with that. Princeton has won the last two in New Jersey, but I like Yale in this one. Cocktail Napkins got it at 5.
Wow. See you tomorrow. ESPN2 is covering that game, by the way. Nationally televised. You got to love it. Next up, the Butler Bulldogs are heading to DC to take on Georgetown. Georgetown, I'm seeing this line's moved to half a point. Georgetown's laying 3.5 now. Give me Georgetown minus 3.5. Fuck Butler. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I think Georgetown got humbled by the veteran St. John's team. I think back-to-back home spot. They split this home stand and they win by 6-10 here. Give me Georgetown, lock it up. Sorber gets back on track.
Double lock on these Hoyas. And now we got the Battle of Western New York. Niagara heading to Canisius. Niagara laying 4. I see 4.5 now. Canisius is 2.
Up.
What's that?
This is going up?
Yeah. Unbelievable. Canisius is 2-18. But they've only lost 2 in a row. So they Niagara's lost 5 in a row and they're 0-9 on the road.
Yep.
This game's hilarious.
I love Canisius here, guys.
Really? I was going to take Niagara.
Purple Eagles on the road, like Colby already said, they're winless. And also, Canisius, the one thing they do well, they're the number 1 3-point shooting team in the conference. And Niagara, they are like bottom 4 in defending the perimeter. Cocktail Napkins got Canisius as just +1, so I think there's plenty of value here with a 2-18 team. I like this quite a bit.
Wow. Max, should we battle? I look at like Niagara as they played on the road at Manhattan. They lost by 7, but that was really like a 1-possession game. They lost at Fairfield by 4. You know, they lost at the Mount by I think it was 5. I know 6, but they beat the fucking Long Island Shocks earlier in the year, so they're certified good.
I like Canisius.
Certified.
I think I'm getting the better coach. I like Jim Christian over Greg Pauls.
Let's ride, Mac.
Oh, I'm debating whether I want to lock this.
Oh, I thought this was one of those days where it was like you don't even have to say, you're just locking the entire board. There's only 14 games.
Yeah, I'll lock it. Why not? Let's go.
Jefferson, we all got blitzed last night, dude.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about an hour and a half how we got our ass kicked.
Jefferson.
Guys, let's make this fun. Big battle of Western New York. Fuck you. Battle. Dundee on these Purple Eagles. Mac. Bieniek on these Golden Grips.
New York, baby.
All right. Speaking of the Mount St. Mary's is heading to North Andover, Massachusetts. Take on these Merrimack Warriors. Come out and play. Merrimack's laying 7.5. I think we should bet the Mount.
So what do we got? With Merrimack, they're 8-1 so far in league play.
I'm betting Mount St. Mary's.
Yeah, I think the Mount's right side. I'm just looking what the Mount's coming off.
This is like a 340 money line too, or something like that. 330 money line. It's worth a sprinkle.
I'm with you. I'm on the Mount. I'm on the Mount with you.
Double lock. The Dayton Flyers are heading to St. Louis, where these Billikens are starting to come together as a team. How could you say that, Dundee? They've only won 1 in a row. They're just healthier. They're healthier than they've been all year. And they're 11-1 at home, while Dayton's 1-3 on the road. I'm going to take St. Louis -1.5. I don't love the play because I do think Dayton's actually, you know what? Dayton's kind of a fake Dayton to me. I was diving into this earlier. They're normally an elite defensive team. They're not this year. They're kind of like Rutgers to me, like where you're banking on the history. Give me these Billikens to get it done. What are you doing here?
I mean, to your point though, they do have the second best defensive turnover rate in the conference, and St. Louis is pretty loose with the ball. So,
but
that's what.
If your defense is not that good on the road, that's where they've had issues, man.
I mean, I looked into this matchup. This was on my short list from the cocktail napkin. It likes the Billikens. I don't know if the matchup is like great though. Mac, what are your thoughts?
I am locking up Dayton. I think that veteran group will get off the mat after getting embarrassed earlier in the week, and I think the VCU game took a lot out of the Billikens. I'll take Dayton to split the road trip here.
We got a battle in St. Louis. Dundee on the Billikens. Mac on the Flyers. St. Louis. I'm sorry. St. Peter's is heading into Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Take on the moving company known as Ryder. Peacocks are laying 1.5. This might be the hardest game to bet. I think Peters is better.
I do too.
I will lay the 1.5. Yeah. What are you doing here?
I mean, Peters is the one that's playing better basketball, in my opinion. They started what they started in league play? 1-5 or 1-0-4. They've been better away from home, which is weird. Yeah, I'm gonna take St. Peter's. Probably will bet it. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean we're betting that. There's only 14 games.
St. Peter's.
Bet away. bet away. Harvard is at Columbia, and Harvard is catching 5.5 points. I was considering betting the money line on this. I know Harvard's ass this year.
What happened to Columbia? They're 0-4 in league play.
That's what I'm saying. They lost 5 straight. Give me Harvard plus the 5.5. I might sprinkle the money line here.
I think I'm gonna take Columbia. I think Columbia gets up here. Let's do a battle.
All right, let's go. Where the hell's that music again? Here we go. Mack on the Lions. Dundee on the Crimson. All right, Iona heading to the Bronx, the South Bronx, to take on Manhattan. Manhattan is catching 1.
What are we doing, Bieniek?
I kind of had a fringe play here. The napkin likes Manhattan -1.5.
Which is why which is why I will take Iona. I will lay the 1.
Tobin can't win 4 in a row. He's got to be 500.
I will take Iona. What are you doing here, man?
Iona's all of a sudden going to win 4 in a row. Get back into this race, baby. Tobin time.
I love it. Let's go. Tobin proves his value to get hot. We're getting closer to March where he heats up. Yeah, Linden. I don't know. I think it was turned up a little bit. I don't know. I unplugged everything because I was having issues yesterday.
Linden's been hating the entire show. Don't worry. He was the one that was talking shit during the gambling portion. Then he said, "This show must be sponsored by FanDuel because of these picks."
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Thanks for sticking around for an hour and 39 minutes to listen to these picks.
Yeah, we won. You lost.
Yeah. Thank you, though. Please come back tomorrow for more losers. More losers will be on the slate tomorrow.
He probably doesn't like that we're drinking either.
Yeah, he's one of the youth, I bet.
Snowflake Island over there.
Mm-hmm. It's just what can we offend with? How about we'll have one in a minute here. Brown is at Penn. Penn is catching 1.5 at the Palestra.
This line stinks.
Give me Penn. Let's go.
Good ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so what's Brown? They're coming off the Dartmouth. They just lost that fucking home.
Look at this. Brown is his favorite lock to tomorrow. Says Spoons bet. Mike Martin owns Donahue.
Yeah, Mike Martin does. They are a lot of familiarity here. I think I'm going against Spoons. I think I'm gonna take Penn.
I'm taking Penn too. Let's go.
Let's try Donahue.
Yeah. Double lock on these Quakers. Shout out to John. Yeah. That's the beauty of it. I don't give a fuck what you call me. You're watching the show. You're watching the show. We're happy at that. We're happy at that. But if he is maybe one of the younger ones, Dartmouth, the Indians are heading to Ithaca to take on the Big Red. Cornell is laying 10.5. It's a big number in the Ivy. It's a big number in the Ivy.
These numbers are hard.
Give me fucking Dartmouth to stay within 10.5.
I think we got to. I mean, shouldn't we fade Cornell coming off the what's it called? The Princeton win?
I mean, Dartmouth just won too.
Who'd they beat?
Brown, right? Yeah.
10.5 is a lot of points.
I have I got to take the points.
Yeah, Dartmouth.
Yeah, let's go. Fucking Dartmouth, the Indians plus 10.5. Let's ride. Fairfield is in Hamden, Connecticut, taking on the aqueduct known as Quinnipiac. This line is not accurate. Quinnipiac's laying 11.5. This is ridiculous. Stop it. Fairfield. Lock. Shut the fuck up with this. Sprinkle the money line. Sprinkle that plus 550 money line. Who do you think you are, Quinnipiac? Fairfield won this last matchup, 85-81.
Is that Quinnipiac's only loss? No, they lost to Marist. Yeah, I love Fairfield here, getting the 11.5 big number. You know me, man. I like to fade Quinnipiac.
Bieniek?
Lock battle. I'm getting a home team in Quinnipiac, who's a pretty balanced squad, and Fairfield second to last defense in the Ivy League on a Friday night. I'll take it. Napkin loves it cautiously. Minus 18. Biggest edge of the night. So I got to jump in.
That's fucking Napkin.
What the fuck is that? We got a battle. Phoenix on the Cats. Mac, Dundee saying God loves Stags.
Look at what Quinnipiac has been doing to some of these teams. They're running it up. So
this is an
like
in-state battle.
Give me the Bobs.
They beat Ryder by 11.
They lost to Central Connecticut State this year. They only beat fucking Sacred
on the
Heart
road
by 10. I'm just saying these Connecticut teams. Fairfield's located in Connecticut. This
is at home.
A rivalry game.
Good environment.
Let's go. Personally, I think this is going to be the best game tomorrow. I am most excited to watch this game. Yeah, there we go. Shout out to that. Indiana Purdue is a great rivalry. I want to watch that as well. I love that rivalry, but I think that's going to be a bloodbath potentially. This game fucking delivers often. Yeah. Akron is in Kent, Ohio, taking on Kent State. Akron has won how many in a row now? I got him, and I also got a DM. Let me see if I can quickly give this guy a shout out.
While you're looking, remember, this is the fucking rematch of the championship game where Kent fouled. Remember? They fucking came all the way back. The guy forgot to score. Akron was able to win the tournament. The year before that, Kent beat Akron in the final. These two very, very, very familiar with one another.
Yeah, Kent State was an 8 seed. They had that big run in the MAC tournament last year. And the year before, they were like both top 3 seeds or something like that. And then after, I believe it was after Kent won, one of the players was Instagram live streaming. And
I remember that.
Tremendous content after that video. So
fuck Kent State, or was it fuck Akron?
Fuck Akron. It was just a nice little study.
They fucking suspended him for that. I was like, why? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Oh, it was tremendous.
I don't know why my shit is taking forever to load. I can't. I'm sorry. My Twitter is not loading fast enough. But
technology, not your
yeah. I also think my phone is slightly overheating because it's been on for a couple hours. Wait, I think I got it here. Shout out to Pearl Jam for so he's got Akron going to the Sweet 16. He told me to load up now, which is why I will take Kent State minus 1.5 and lock it up. That's not the main reason why. I liked Kent State before he messaged me that. But the fact that Kent State has been rolling I'm sorry, Akron's been rolling, and they ruined Kent State's season a year ago. I love Kent in this spot. Mac, what are you doing here?
Oh, I love Kent. Kent has found something over the last couple of weeks, starting to make some shots. You know me. I love me some Rob Sender off. Kent all day. Favorite play of the day.
Double lock on these golden flashes.
Going down tomorrow, baby.
Do we want to play this video or not?
Sure.
This is a great video.
We'll get censored, but I don't think it's copyright. I mean, why the fuck would it be copyrighted?
Fuck Akron. No, my buddy. I don't like the niggas. Word to my dad. I don't like the niggas, bro. Fucking sense. Akron never shit. I'm from Akron. Fuck Ali.
Fuck Ali Ali. Is that what he said? Fuck Ali Ali in there?
Fuck Ali Ali.
Oh, that's great.
2, fuck number 4. I know my fucking body. I don't like them niggas. Where did my mother is? Fuck Akron.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
Why
So
should they be
bad.
suspended for that? That is
Why? Who cares?
That's sport. That's sport. Ali Ali was a beast for Akron too. So I mean, I love that they're throwing that in there. Yeah, great content. This rivalry is great. I can't wait. This is honestly the game I want to see most.
They're
The whole fucking day.
They legitimately hate each other. It's not a stage rivalry. They fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
Although the
It's
coaches
so
are really good
fun to
friends.
watch.
We'll say that. The coaches are good friends. Senderoff and
Yeah.
Gross. They golf together.
Yeah.
Next up, we have, I think the one that everyone will be circling. Mike Woodson loses. Google him. I mean, this game, I love this rivalry because this is a perfect example of why I love college sports. You have Purdue goes to the national championship last year in basketball, and Indiana says, we're throwing in a bunch of fucking money. Let's go get a roster. Right. This also happened. I was reading an article on Indiana's football fundraising over. It wasn't just Signetti. They had kind of put this thing intact a couple of years ago, and they were just figuring out how to approach it. They hired this firm to study schedules and shit. When Purdue went to the championship game with Jeff Brom, Indiana got their shit together. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Purdue's in the goddamn Big Ten championship. So they hire this firm to study how they can become better at football and scheduling. And it was fascinating to me that they did they had this search group or whatever for their hire, and also some company to break down how to be more successful at football, because Purdue is dominating. And this is what's great about college sports. It's like, I love the fact that you just have your alums and you're like, hey, we can be the best fucking team, or we can go beat these bastards. It's capitalism at its finest. And that's what makes this rivalry fun. I do expect them to fire Mike Woodson after the season. This is a big ass number for a rivalry game. I think the very easy side is to lay the 12.5, which makes me want to take Indiana plus the 12.5. But I just can't get there. I tried to get there. I could see this as like a 9-10 point game, but I don't see Purdue losing this game. I'm actually going to lay it, even though it's chalky as fuck. I feel like everyone I talk to is on Purdue minus the points. Mac, what are you doing here?
So yeah, I mean this is throw out the records. This is going to be a hostile environment. The big Friday Fox game. Purdue has not played since they undressed Michigan and completely embarrassed them.
Indiana hasn't played in a week either.
Yeah, they played on Sunday after dropping a home game. They've lost 4 out of 5. I am going to lock up Mike Woodson and the Indiana Hoosiers, and I actually think they're going to be live in this game. I think Purdue wins by 3. I think this is Indiana's best game of the year. They meet the moment when everybody's counting them out, just like at Ohio State. And I think Indiana fights. Everybody's going to be on Purdue. Give me Indiana. Let's go. They won there 2 years ago.
I think if you're looking for Indiana, you play the money line first half.
It's yeah. I mean, they're 6-1 for the game. What are they in the first half? 4-1. I'll be on Indiana first half for sure on the pregame show.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm locking Purdue. I don't think it was much of a question for a lot of people. I think the week off helps Purdue rather than I think it hurts Indiana more. They've lost 4 out of 5. They just had to stew in this negative energy that they've been surrounded with, and all going towards this Purdue game, right? And last year, typically this rivalry, either Indiana has the hand up and Purdue is really scrappy, or the teams are pretty even most of the time. Last year, the teams were not even when it came to talent and whatnot. The lines were pretty inflated, right? Purdue went out, they stomped them both games. 20-point win, 21-point win. Didn't matter if it was at Assembly or at Mackey. I just think that Mackey's going to carry them to a double-digit win here. Give me Matt Painter over Mike Woodson. Give me this tremendous backcourt of Purdue's that's now playing pretty scrappy defense against Indiana, one of the worst offenses in the Big Ten. I think this is a 20-point win.
I'm with Bieniek. I got it as 80-65. Maybe 75-60, something like that. 15-point win. Mac on the Hoosiers and Jeff.
Indiana outright tomorrow. They're going to shock the world here in the standalone game. Let's go, Mike Woodson. Fight for your job, buddy.
Yeah, Jeff. These guys would bet which flies first off the screen door. You're goddamn right. I'll tell you a great story we would do at ECU. And maybe I can inspire the youth to do this. You order 2 pizzas, one from each company, and you gamble on which gets to the house first. Yeah. A lot of fun. We did that all the time. We did that all the fucking time. And we would tell the person, like on the phone, this is back in the day when you would use the phone to order pizza. You would say, if you get here, there's a good tip for you. So you're just sitting there. Unless you got some inside source. I do think one time there was one of our friends that had knew someone tipped him off
as a former pizza delivery man. You are sitting there stewing, waiting for that pizza to get out of the oven, and then you are flooring it to that place. 100%.
Yeah, pizza slice roulette. Credit card roulette's a motherfucker too, man. Ask Patty C about that. Me and Patty C walk into a bar with all of our friends, been there for fucking 8 hours. We walk in, we're late. We do 2 drinks. We do credit card roulette. Patty C pays for a $900 tab. Fucking hilarious. The guy's there 20 minutes, pays for a $900 tab.
When you play baseball with a roster that's 75% Hispanic, right? These guys come up with plenty of dugout games. One of them was maniacal. He would create his own sunflower seeds, and they were ghost pepper. So, they weren't pack some heat. They weren't labeled, and it would be roulette. So you'd get 4 people that have a random, just the whatever his original seasoning was, and then you'd get the ghost pepper, and you'd have to guess which one has the ghost pepper. Just a tremendous gambling game of who can read each other's faces. It's terrific.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. So hope you like gambling, because we love that shit. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast. You are currently listening to the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, so no lies being told here. The final game of the night, standalone game, Mac.
Oh yeah,
Siena in Poughkeepsie, take it on the Red Foxes of Marist. Marist laying 5.5, and I say bullshit. Give me Siena. Sprinkle the money line at what, plus 200, I think, roughly.
Yeah.
Come on, Jerry Mack.
Yeah. Hey, I was thinking about this when I saw this line. I go, oh, man, the deadly 5.5 number. Every donkey is going to see this the last game of the night. Oh, my God, Marist is fucking 8-1 in league play. They're only laying 5.5. Nah, Siena's live in this game. Let's go. Double lock.
Let's go. 210 on the money line, says Johnny in the chat. Jump over there. It's Rodney St. Bernard's.
This is the chase game for everybody. Everybody will be better Merritt.
Fantastic. Best plays of the night. That's our slate. Best play of the night. I'm kind of with you where I like Kent State as the top play.
Akron.
Yeah.
Fuck Akron. And at 2, how many are we doing, by the way?
Whatever
4?
you want. Yeah,
4?
Sure.
At 2, I will say Siena. At 3, I'm going to go with Georgetown. At 4, now it gets a little dicey. Actually, I think at 4, it's going to be Princeton. McIntyre.
Kent was 1. Princeton was 2. Indiana 3 in the rivalry. And Siena 4.
Bieniek, fire.
Purdue 1, blowout. 2, Canisius. They might even win. And 3, I'll go with Yale in that rivalry game.